What's up, Virgo? Welcome to your January 2021 general reading. This is going to be for you, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Of course, it's not gonna, resonate with everybody or fit everybody's story, so definitely check out your other placements. You might get more detail there, okay? I want to thank all of you guys for coming to the channel. I want to wish all of you guys a Happy New Year. If you're returning, what's up? Thank you for coming into 2021 with me. If you are new, hello, my name is Danny. All right, so let's get into this. I don't want to lose any messages. Virgo. Okay, so for you guys, us being Capricorn season, this is directly affecting your fifth house, which is normally, what's connected to Leo. So it's really all about your creativity, can be about children, can be about a little romance, all of that. Think of Leo energy. It's a very light energy, a very heartfelt energy, very fun, very charming energy. So lots of creativity. You guys might be getting some inspiration this month, especially of how you want to move forward, especially those of you guys who do like side projects or have like passion projects that you're a part of, or like, let's say you're an entrepreneur and there's something you're really trying to get off the ground. I think if you use your creativity and put that towards your work, I think that could be really, really good for you, especially starting out the year and starting out the month like that, right? We are also going to be having a full moon in Leo, which for you guys is going to hit your 12th house, okay? So 12th house energy isn't always the easiest of energies because it's very deep. It's very spiritual. It's very deep. It's very much about like your spirituality and God and your undoing, karma, dreams, illusions. It's stuff that we don't always like to tackle. And especially for you guys being such a pragmatic and logical sign, that can be a little bit difficult. So we'll get into that, but that's towards the end of the month with that full moon in Leo. So you might find that you hit some major awarenesses at the end of this month. I do see that there's some decisions that need to be made, and so it feels like it's kind of connecting to that. What I will say is this month, as far as everything is concerned, it feels like you guys are really kind of interested in going to what's new, right? You're going towards the new. You've got the Two of Wands here sitting as the unseen energy, right? So this is about making the plans, taking new action to do something, right? You've already got the inspiration, the spark from the Ace of Wands. You turn that into the action plans where you're actually looking at, your circumstances, looking at the world around you, really trying to figure out what it is that you want to do. And with the Two of Wands, you've always got the one wand that's bolted into the ground, right? So this is like something he's already conquered. We already know what that results to, but he's interested in this one that he's holding up with the globe. So there might be some travel coming up for you guys. Maybe you guys are starting to plan some things, but definitely if there's a decision to be made between old and new, it feels like new might win. But let's do some cards and some clarifications, okay? So you guys start out with King of Pentacles. Love it. That goes to Knight of Cups, and then we've got the Judgment card. So like I said, there's a lot to be said about making a decision towards the end of this month, okay? You guys have King of Pentacles starting, which I love that. That's your energy. That is you guys being your best selves at this point. Really focused on your priorities, which of course we are in Capricorn season, so that will do that to you, right? Because it's ruled by Saturn. But really focusing on priorities, really focusing on stability, home matters, maybe your relationships, family. The King of Pentacles is very well-rounded. He's very down to earth. He's just really that guy or girl that you can depend on. And so I think that you guys are starting this year with the intention to just really start things right, right? That may include having some conversations. Some of you guys have some unfinished business from last year, and we talked about this a few times. There is communication that needs to be had, and I feel like it will be had. Queen of Swords energy. This is air energy, so Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, but this can just be talk about having discernment, talk about saying your truth, right? Talk about the wisdom too. There's a lot here about using your wisdom and pushing forward this month. on all your new endeavors. But definitely, there's something this month, it feels like it's going to call you to have to make a decision about something. So this Queen of Swords person can be someone who's, for example, let's say you're dating someone, you guys are in the talking stages or something. This could be someone kind of being like, okay, so what's next? You know what I mean? Because you do have a Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck now, which decision. So there is a decision that needs to be made. It could most likely for a lot of you guys be in love. Again, with that fifth house energy, that does talk about romance things. It's interesting though. It's interesting. So you have a Knight of Cups, which Knight of Cups is, he's romantic. He's like a poet. You know, he says all the right things, does all the right things. But he's still not as elevated as a king, right? He still has much to learn. He still needs to learn how to balance these emotions. Knight of Cups energy is cute, but it has to elevate at some point. And so for you guys, I think this is trying to find the balance of a relationship. You know, more earth energy. Also, you got that Libra scale here. So you could be dealing with a Libra, which judgment card for me is Libra Scorpio energy, right? Because you got the element of having to make a decision and kind of like that justice element, but also this element of a rebirth, which happens after death. So there's a lot about this month trying to get on the ball, find balance, have the conversations that you need to have, and making decisions that you need to make for you, which is not always easy for Virgos to do. You know, you guys are the responsible ones, and you guys a lot of times put a lot of pressure on yourself to be that for different people. So yeah, it's interesting though. As far as this relationship, I'm wondering because the Fool, I'm telling you, you guys want to go after something new. Okay, so the Fool. The Fool is about taking a risk, right? The Fool is about taking that leap of faith, divine faith. It's about going on to the next adventure and packing light. So let's say if this is a relationship, you can't take all your baggage with you from oh girl or oh boy, right? This is about starting with a clean slate and just doing things over. And I think for a lot of you guys, that's what you really want to do. A lot of you guys, there's been this storyline back and forth of like you having this back and forth with someone for so long that you know full well isn't, they're not bad people. They just might not be your people. You know what I mean? But I do feel like this is a time where I think you guys are kind of wanting everything new, right? It's funny. I just heard Rhyme Fest and Kanye West. I don't want it unless it's brand new. You might see me in my brand new. It's my brand new. It's my... Anyways, I heard it. So yeah, it just feels like you guys want something brand new. You guys are ready for the next step. Things that you've been working on for so long that you just feel like weren't working, couldn't find the balance, couldn't find the whatever. No hard feelings, but it just feels like you guys want to go towards something new. Now, what's interesting is in your environment, you have the Queen of Wands. Right after that, you have the Five of Swords. Look at how the Queen or the Five of Swords is staring at the Queen of Wands. It's like he doesn't really want to be involved. And then from there, which I love the progression, you've got Six of Swords, then Eight of Pentacles. So it looks like this. 5, 6, and then that 8, right? So many of you, I think, are just gonna, for some of you, this is a matter of choosing yourself, right? For some of you guys, this might be, it might have been so long before you've really been by yourself. And I mean by yourself, not dealing with someone, not entertaining something. Because this Queen of Wands, although she is very lovely and fun and charismatic and all this stuff, looking at this Five of Swords and the Queen of Wands together, it's almost like she's too much. Yeah, she's too much. You know what I get? I get, it's a temper thing. It's a temper thing. For some of you guys, you're dealing with someone who like, they are like literally impulsive. They get mad and they flip. And it just feels like you're kind of tired of it. Like you're kind of tired of doing the dance. And you guys would do the dance for a while because, you know, Virgos can be petty as hell, but you're almost at the point where you're like, it's an insult to my intelligence at this point, and it just doesn't make sense. And I just want to move forward and do something different. I feel like there's something that happens, especially if you guys are dealing with a fire sign individual, right? So Leo, Aries, or Sag, but it doesn't have to be. But it feels like there's something that stops it. Yeah, I just feel like you guys are going on to something new. Really getting your stability in order is number one priority for you guys, and it feels like this is an unstable situation or character that was just like you would just rather not, right? It's like you're tired of arguing, tired of the fights, tired of the petty, tired, just tired, like you're looking at I could see you looking at them like, aren't you tired? You're tired. That's really interesting. You might have even found out that someone lied to you, wasn't honest with you, right? So that could be just you putting them down, right? Seven of Swords energy is classically the thief or the cheat, someone we can't trust, right? Someone who lies or something. Look, Knight of Cups. This Knight of Cups that showed up here too, this could even be an apology. Like, let's say from something that went wrong. But so Seven of Swords, traditionally is not the best card because it's like of sneaky behavior. So you could feel like someone's being sneakier, even if they're not being like, even if they're not outright lying, you feel like there's too much you don't know. And you have to do too much decoding instead of the person just telling you straight up what it is. So it's almost like you're just tired of that. And this person with this Knight of Cups, they may have tried to apologize to make things right, but I just kind of feel like, at least for right now, you guys are over it because you feel like there's things that they're not telling you, right? And I think that instead of going back and forth about it, it's just like you've hit a point where you're like, no, I know better. I can't even, won't even, don't even want to, right? You may have seen something. Page of Swords. You may have seen something, especially if there's like something on their social media. Yep. I don't know. I feel like you guys stumbled across some tea that makes you not want this anymore. Four of Cups is like, we don't want it. No, thank you. Thanks. No, thanks. Right? Something was revealed to you about this person and you're like, oh, okay. You know what? And no drama attached to it. I just don't want that. Like, that's not what I thought I was signing up for and I don't like it. You're taking the lessons with you and moving forward. Out of where things were turbulent and you're moving where things are smoother with the Six of Swords. I love that. Yeah, it seems like you guys, maybe there's something that happened that you guys weren't privy to, or you guys stumbled across some little bit of tea or evidence or something. Somebody pulled out a receipt, but you're not interested in that no more. Okay, Eight of Pentacles, last card. Eight of Pentacles is about doing good work, right? It's about staying in your own lane, minding your own business, kind of having tunnel vision. This person is by himself working and he's building towards his legacy. So most likely, even if you guys have a quick romance this month in terms of that, especially, I mean, you know if this is resonating with you. I think you'll be putting your focus back into you. And this person might have even in some ways taken away, you know, been like a distraction. And for some of you guys, that's what you're realizing too. You're like, this is just a distraction. It's not even healthy. It's not even conducive. If I'm going to align myself with somebody, they need to be like making me better, not making things worse or more complicated, right? Temperance card. That's Sagittarius energy. Like I said, you guys might have been dealing with a fire sign because that Queen of Wands is also known as the other woman sometimes. So there could have been like some type of affair stuff. Maybe you found out that the person you're dealing with had sex with someone else or something to that effect. And you're like, you know what? That didn't feel good. That doesn't really sit right with me. And it could even be that this isn't like your full-fledged girlfriend or boyfriend, but due to whatever circumstances, whatever agreements and understandings you guys had, I just feel like it doesn't really fly. Temperance is about patience. It's also about hope and healing and knowing that you're guided. So even if this is a tough time, even if some like ill shit did go down, just know that everything's going to be okay. You're guided. And actually, you're going towards something really, really beautiful. because there's a lot to be excited about with the Fool. It's the Fool's journey. It's the journey of the tarot deck, right? It's like that's how it all begins. So you guys are going towards your happiness. Look at now, 3 of Wands. Yeah. This was a good decision. I think you guys are going to be standing by whatever you saw or feel. Something happened. Nope, somebody was not being honest and they're caught now. Now, Oracle cards, you got escapist, come home to yourself. So this talks about, you know, a lot of us, whenever we go through hard times, it's easy for us to want to escape, whether that's to escape in our different vices, escape in music, watching movies, being lazy, whatever that is for you. And that is good. But even too much of a good thing can be too much, right? So don't escape so much that you're starting to now avoid things that are important, your responsibilities, your work, your health, your whatever, right? Don't let that come in the way of your priorities, basically. So yes, if you need to have your moments where you kind of tune out just to survive the moment, fine, but be mindful that you're still on top of your duties. You also got Mirror. It says treat your body like a palace, like the palace it is. So some of you guys might be feeling a bit insecure. Maybe you've set some resolution goals for your body yaddy. This is really saying though, like love your body as it is. Not to say that it can't improve. It can always improve, but don't fall into like the fad diets and all these things. Like if you're going to make any adjustments, make it a lifestyle change, make it a healthy change, make it gradual. There's no need to change anything about you. You are beautiful just the way you are. But again, if there are things that you want to improve upon, start making changes towards that, right? And you guys rule the 6th house, which is all about work and your daily routines, right? And your health and all that. So really kind of take on that energy in terms of if you have any goals, especially as it pertains to your physical, making sure that you're doing things the right way and wanting to do more of a lifestyle change rather than just like these quick in and out diets that really just aren't the best if you're going to be, your weight's going to be yo-yoing, you know? Then you guys got the number 11 on the card, and the card is look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. Okay? So no matter what, you guys are stronger than you realize. Look to yourself for the strength. You guys have everything you need in order to move past this moment. Some of you guys might be really disappointed, really hurt by whatever it is that you found out, but look to yourself for your inner strength. It's there. It's always there for you, right? And be gentle with yourself. You also have the moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me, which we love. So it doesn't matter what we're talking about, if this is about a relationship or a loving situation. The second you do everything through the eyes and lens of love, you realign with everything. Everything becomes better. So even having tough conversations with people, you do it out of love. You don't have to tear nobody down or be hella petty or break somebody's spirit, or, you know, do everything with love because it ends up coming back around to you in a really positive way. And then your last card you got is let go of guilt. It says, when you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. Okay? Let go of guilt. Whether you did something, whether you're blaming yourself for having allowed something to be done to you, whatever this is, let go of guilt because you guys have a whole new journey that's coming up, right? And you really don't have the time to be in this energy if the love and the abundance and all the good things is really what you want. That doesn't attract that, right? So stay in the frequency that you want, you know, things to happen for you and show up for you, and that's what you'll get. Okay. So I hope that this helped you guys. I love you so, so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you for all the support, and I'll see you next month. Bye, Virgo.